This is the system I use to keep every car in my fleet protected. Let's get straight into the video. For the people that don't know me, my name is Dudley, and I have a luxury and an exotic car rental company out here in South Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida. And I have a business model where I help people, car owners or investors, get cars, add them to my fleet. I rent it out to my clientele. I split the profits with the owners or the investors while I give good customer service to my clients. And I have a business model that I've been doing that for 4 years now. And I've helped a lot of car owners make money with their vehicles by just simply adding it to my fleet while I rent out the clientele where they're completely hands off. I do the whole transactions, every single thing, where they just sit back and collect. I'm just here to let you know that I can do the same for you. So today's video, guys, I'm gonna just walk you through on how I keep all my cars protected on my fleet. So let's get straight to it. So the first step that I do is I screen out my clients. So say if I get a car, right? Let's just say somebody want to rent out my Corvette C8, right? I got a 2023 Corvette C8 in my fleet. And say somebody want to call me and they want to rent that out for like 3 days. Typical 3-day rate on the Corvette C8, anywhere from $350 to $400 a day, right? So let's just say I charge them, let's just say $375, meet them in the middle. 375 times 3, so $1,125 revenue on one car for 3 days. So in that case, a Corvette C8 is damn near a sports car, so I have to make sure I vet out my clients. So first thing I'll do, I'll ask for their driver's license and insurance, right? So once they send that over, the license and the insurance have to match, right? So I'll go over their driver's license. I'll go to Florida DMV driver's license check. There's a website where I could check everybody's license in Florida. I'll go to that website and then I'll check the status of the license. I'll just simply put in their driver's license number and then literally everything will pop up. It'll let me know if it's suspended or valid or revoked, right? If it's revoked, then they got a problem. But if it's suspended, sometimes it'll literally be like a ticket that they forgot to pay, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a ticket sometimes they forget to pay, or sometimes it'll say it's about to be suspended because of this ticket. Or if it's, you know what I'm saying, if it's suspended and it's like one simple, like it'll tell you all the reasons why it's suspended. So if it's like one simple reason, then I'll just be like, hey, could you handle this real quick? Then we could proceed. If they did, and then once they handle that, everything is good to go. So license is valid, that's good. Now the second thing I'll do is do a background check. Now this is important. The background checks kind of tells me who am I about to deal with, right? So I'm about to rent out, you know, a high-end sports car to a client that I don't know. So I have to make sure I do all my I have to make sure I do all my, you know, I gotta check all my boxes. So I have to make sure license is valid and I gotta do a background check. So I don't know who I'm about to rent. Is this person a felon? Is this person a sexual abuser? Is this person like, who am I about to rent out my high-end car to this person? So I'll do a background check and then I'll go on this website called Intellius.com. There's multiple websites. I think there's one called Verified Check. There's multiple websites where you could check, but I like to use Intellius. I have a membership with them and everything will pop up. I'm talking about you'll see your mom on there. You'll see your great grandma on there. You'll literally see like where your addresses you stayed at before, your phone carrier line that you use. Like you will literally see like everything about that person besides your social security number, right? So it's super thorough. Like you just put in their name, their first name, their last name, the city that they're in, the state that they're in, and then everything will pop up. If they have a clean background, then they're good to go. But if I see something like DUIs, or if I see grand theft is probably like grand theft is probably like the one that I would never rent to. Like I denied so many grand thefts, right? Like cause like you're doing some illegal shit with the vehicle, and I'm good off that, right? But sometimes I'll probably see like a windshield tint or a speeding ticket, like stuff like that. It's not that bad because everybody gets speeding tickets, right? So it just depends on the background. So let's just say like the background is clean. They probably had like, you know, a windshield tint ticket or one speeding ticket, you know, 3 years ago. Then I'll rent to them. So they're a clean person, license is valid, background is clean, good to go. Yeah, after I check their license, the next thing I'll do is check their insurance. So let's just say they have, you know, Allstate or Progressive or Geico. 9 times out of 10, they got full coverage insurance. If they got those major carriers, they got full coverage insurance, right? So if it's like a Corvette C8, for example, I'm looking for like a coverage anywhere from $50 to $100,000 with the coverages, because Corvettes are worth about like $60 to $80,000 right now, right? So I'm looking for coverages realistically anywhere from $75 to $100,000. So I'll call there, say if it's a Progressive, or let's just say a Geico. I'll call Geico customer service online. I wouldn't call the policy ID number that they gave me, like the ID card, because there's a lot of scammers out here in Florida. So sometimes it could be like their homegirl on the other line waiting for me to call. So I'll call Geico customer service online. Like I'll go on Google and I'll call them and verify the coverage. So I'll call them, hey, I got such and such that's assured with you guys. They're trying to rent a car from my car rental company, and I just want to go over their coverages with them, coverages with you, and see if it transfers over to a rental vehicle. 8 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10, the person the agent or the receptionist that you're calling will give you all the information that you need, as long as you got their name and their policy number, right? If they give you some type of beat around the bush, like if they give you some type of
we need the customers on the line, and or we can't give us information.
Just hang up and call again. That's what I do, right? Because if you got like those major insurances, they'll be willing to give you their information, right? So once I call Geico customer service. I say, okay, here's the person's name, here's the policy number, and then boom, everything will pop up. Once everything pop up, I would ask, okay, what's the property damage limit? Okay, boom, their property damage limit is $50,000 or $75,000, right? Or sometimes it could be $10,000, which is too low, right? So I don't want a $10,000 coverage for a Corvette, right? So then automatically I would call the customer and tell them like, hey, can you raise that coverage? Then I would ask, do they have comp and collision? Either yes or no. They say yes, cool, great. And I'll ask, what is their deductibles? It could be anywhere from $500 to $1,000. Cool, they got deductibles for comp and collision, that's good, right? And then my final question is, does it transfer over to a rental, right? Because I like to ask that question because everybody verifies differently, but I like to ask that question because I just want to make sure if my car gets an accident, you guys are able to cover that vehicle while while the person that you insured is driving, right? So I like to ask, does it transfer over to a vehicle? They can have all the best coverages in the world, but it won't transfer over to a vehicle. I've had a lot of customers that got great coverages, right? But it doesn't transfer over to a vehicle. So then again, I would have to call the client and tell them, hey, could you make these adjustments on your policy? And then we could proceed, right? And then if you guys didn't know, you could make adjustments with your insurance and it won't raise anything, right? If it do raises, it's probably gonna raise like $10, $15. So I'll just tell them, hey, just raise your limit or add this coverage onto your policy. It's not gonna change much. And then after the rental, you could just go back to normal, right? So then, and most likely they'll do that, right? So that's what I look for when I verify the customer's insurance. And if it's a green light, if it's, $75,000 or $100,000, and sometimes I could tell they got good coverage by the car that they drive. If it's like a Cadillac or Porsche or something luxury that they have, I know they have like high-end coverages, right? But sometimes if it's like a Honda or Toyota or Nissan, they probably got like $10,000 or $50,000 with the coverage, which is not bad, but sometimes I like to call and I like to tell the customer, like, just raise that just a little bit. So boom, that's that. That's how I verify the insurances, right? And then now, once everything is covered, I'll then simply collect a deposit to have them locked in on the dates, right? So say we got that Corvette, I charge them $1,000. I charge them $375 a day for 3 days, so it came out to $1,000, $125 for 3 days. I'll just ask them what's the dates that they want. Simply ask them for like $200 just to lock in the dates, and that's how I get the customer into the vehicle. And then, like I said, I'll do the whole thing. So I'll deliver the vehicle to them, fueled up, cleaned up, with snacks and beverages. And I'll give good customer service to the client. And then I pretty much go over my contract with them, go over the rules and regulations, like no speeding, no smoking in the vehicle. You got certain miles per day. So on a Corvette, I usually give like 150 miles a day, right? All before they hop in the vehicle, all before I hand them the keys, right? And then if they're cool with it, they hop in. And then that's pretty much how the transaction go. This is how I know I can protect my vehicle. So that's step one of protecting my vehicle. Doing all this verification and screening. This is highly important. If I don't do this, I probably would have never had a business. I denied so many clients, it's crazy. Just recently, the 4th of July, right? The 4th of July was busy. Like it was a great weekend. I think I generated like over $10,000 revenue, right? Total, like with all the cars that I managed. It was a great weekend. But I denied so many clients, it was crazy. Like I never denied so many clients in my life. It was either bad backgrounds, like I'm seeing DUIs, grand theft, I'm seeing all types of charges. I'm seeing suspended license. I'm getting the learner's license. Like I don't even do permits. Like you have to have a valid license and you must be 21 and up. I'm getting 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds. I'm like, bro, since when you guys think it's cool to rent with me with those qualifications? Like that ain't happening, right? So I could have doubled my income. I could have made $20,000 that weekend, but I probably would have had half of my cars would probably never came back, right? Either like got into an accident or some bullshit would have happened. So I do this is like my first vetting process, right? This is how I protect my fleet, by doing the license check and insurance verification. So then once that is green light, I then have trackers on all my vehicles. So I could track where the vehicle is at all times. It shows me the speed. It shows me where the vehicle is, like correctly. It shows me how long the vehicle been stopped, how long it's been moving. It's very accurate, right? And then I could also kill the vehicle with the push of a button if the client is acting funny. Like if I've had to cut off the car on clients so many times. I don't like doing it because at this point I just want my car back. But if a client misbehaves, all I gotta do is kill the vehicle. And all of a sudden there's such an angel again. Like,
hey, my fault, Fane, I'm sorry, this and that happened.
I'm hearing all types of stories.
My mom was in the hospital, this and that, like.
Bro, I don't, like, listen, I'm cool, I'm chill, but just respect the business. Respect the car that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a business. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I can't do favors here. Like, I'm running the business. That is a second way on how I protect my vehicles. And I also protect my vehicles by giving miles restriction. So on the Corvette, I'm giving like 150 miles a day. So that way on a 3-day rental, the customer's not running up 2,000 miles. Like if I don't give out miles restrictions per day, customers would have run up the miles. They would have taken advantage. So I can't let that happen. So I give miles per day. That way the car don't depreciate as much. The car's going to depreciate already, right? But let it depreciate while I'm making money, but smart. Let us depreciate smartly. Like, okay, I know it's going to depreciate because I'm renting it out, but at least let's give out miles per day. So miles per day is like another way of protecting the cars, because now it's like, if a customer is about to pass the miles, they're like, damn, I can't drive as much on this last day because I only got like 50 miles left. So now it protects the car. They'll probably like just go somewhere, closed, or they probably won't drive it as much because, the miles restriction. So miles restriction is very important as well. And that's what I do. I also collect a security deposit. The security deposit is money that I hold from the customer. It's like a trade for trade type of thing. So I would collect $1,000 security deposit for a Corvette. Anything high-end luxury and exotic is $1,000. And that's pretty much just to protect the vehicle for like minor rim damages, minor scratches on the side, or anything like if they go over miles, I could just charge the security deposit. If they smoked in the vehicle, which I told them not to, I could just charge the security deposit. Anything like that, any inconveniences, like if the car got towed because they misparked somewhere, I gotta go get it out of the tow yard, I could charge the security deposit. That's just to protect like minor incidents, inconveniences, right? It's not gonna protect a car from accidents. That's when the insurance gonna come in. But the security deposit is another way of protecting the vehicle, because like anything can happen. Flat tire, right? You know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen. So that's just how I protect my cars, guys, on the road. Every single car. I do this exact same play all the way from economy cars all the way to high-end luxury and exotic cars, right? It don't matter what car it is, you have to protect it from whatever tier that you're in. And that's how I do it with all the car owners' cars that's in my fleet. So this is how I protect my cars, guys. And if you're somebody that's watching this and you are interested in making money with your vehicle, you want to add it to like an already established car rental company like mine, right? There's a link in the description I'm gonna leave for you guys and the pinned comments where you could just click to apply to book a one-on-one call with me, and let me see if I can help you add your car to my fleet, or let me see if I can help you get a car if you're interested in getting a car, to add it to my fleet so I can help you make money every single month. I do a 50-50 split with all my owners, and I help a lot of owners make money with their vehicles. And I do the same exact play, how I protect every car owner's cars that's on my fleet. I do the exact same play, the vetting process, the security deposits, the insurance, everything. And I can do the same for you guys as well as too. So yeah, guys, check out the link in the description, apply. And if you found value in this video, just give it a thumbs up, like it, share it, subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments, and I'm gonna get you guys on the next video. Peace.